like a pro, like a pro. Yeah, I'm trading like a pro, like a pro, like a pro. Taking profit like a pro,
like a pro. Time to let them know. Bank on the phone, no, I don't need a loan, cause I'm trading like a pro.
We getting paid, we getting paid, we getting paid, huh? Stacking that money from the trades, huh?
We getting paid, we getting paid, we getting paid, stacking that money, I'ma teach you how to trade like a pro.
What's up, y'all? This your boy Jay Wayne, you know, representing Team Take Profits, and I have a very, very important video for you guys here. Now, we've been talking about the best trade setup for the month of June, which has been, well, one of the best, which have been Euro AUD, and I've been showing you ways to capitalize on those moves. If you haven't watched that video yet, after this one, go back and watch that best trades or best forex currency pair for the month of June. That's what the title is. Check that video out. All right, but let me talk to you about this. So one of the most volatile pairs, and which is really a good thing because we need that money flowing, is GBP pairs, like pound pairs. GBP JPY, GBP USD, GBP AUD. You see what I'm saying? Euro AUD, even Euro USD. Like those London session pairs pay us. Now, here in Trend Trading Academy, we have it down to a science, and it's like redundant. It's like same thing just happening over and over and over. And when it doesn't happen, we just don't trade it. So my goal in this video is to show you how I see the market in regards to how to trade the London session. All right, how to trade the London session. Now let's dive in. Oh, before we dive in, guys, I mean, I had an amazing weekend. One of my friends from church got married. It was a beautiful ceremony, and my kids was in the wedding talking about the bride is coming. The bride is coming. It was just an amazing night for the bride and the groomsmen, and my kids had a great time. But check this out. My son is so funny, y'all. Check this clip out. I'm gonna show y'all just a little clip of the video. Check it out, man. This gonna give y'all a little laugh, man. And tell me that this don't feel like it felt like a sitcom or something like that, like a Full House sitcom or something like that, like an episode when somebody was getting married. Check this out. So guys, one of the things I want you to do, never back test without putting on the sessions indicator. All right, never back test, because you're looking for a trade setup during specific times. You want to be specific when you're back testing. So don't just be looking at random spots in the market and back testing. So here is go to indicators, and I want you to type in sessions, SESS, right here. See what I'm saying? Sessions, Asia, London, New York colored, used for blah 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 by Vedas or whatever. So use that. Click that, start, add it to your favorites, click it, and it should be on your chart. So you see it's colorful now. Make that brighter. All right, so now I want you to take off the Asia, because we're trying to do London. London is the green. Now you could leave New York on so you can see how it flows to the next session. That's another thing you can study, or you can turn it off and just have on London. And literally, you would just be trading London session, and you would be trying to catch those pairs. Now, London, for me, starts at 3 a.m. So that's why you see this first candle in the green is 3 a.m. But I want you guys to start coming on the charts, marking up for London at 12 o'clock. So that's when it's all zeroed out. Look at the time at the bottom. It's all zeroed out. That's 12 o'clock. So 12, 1, 2, 3. All right. So make sure my time is on Chicago. That's wrong. Put it on New York. All right, cool. So now it's at 3. Now you saw it flip the candles. So because at first it was this candle started later. So but it needs to be like this. So I want you guys to start marking your charts up at 12 o'clock. So right there, that's 12 o'clock. And you'll be ready. Now this is how I trade London, all right? So let's take a look at this, y'all. You wanna see what it did the previous day. And that's basically this black area. All right, so 1,300 hours, okay, all the way to basically 2,300 hours. 1,300 hours to 2,300 hours. That's Eastern time on here. So that's what you want to be looking at. What did it do? So the two things you're thinking about during London session, are you trading the continuation or reversal? Continuation or reversal. That's what you're looking for, all right? With a reversal, the tool to use is a trend line, and you can also use a Fibonacci too. But really the trend line, because if it was holding the trend line in the past, you see how I just keep coming down to this spot and it's holding and it's holding, and then when it finally breaks it, you're basically looking at a reversal. And this was here, period, way before this started to happen and way before this broke. So it's just the rules of it. You want to find where the market is holding. Where are those friction points? I just circled them for you. Now, when this trend line, it held 4 times. Now, when this trend line decides to get broken, when price breaks this trend line, basically, you're looking at this little upswing and be over, because now we're forming a flag pattern now. Now we're waiting for this trend line, price to break through this trend line to continue down to the downside. Now, I don't trade with a bias, but that's textbook information. I don't trade with a bias. So if it I'm not going to just take a sell right here because it looked like it might break the trend line. I'm going to take a sell when it breaks the trend line. You see what I'm saying? Because it could just keep going like this and then go to the upside, then break, make a complex pullback. High, make a lower high, but it pulled back. You in drawdown if you took a sell here trying to jump the gun, and then it pulls back. You know what I mean? It can even pull back. Let me try to delete it. It can even pull back right here, halfway. You know what halfway is, right? Golden zone. It could have went high, low, and pulled back to the golden zone, then drop. But because you jumped the gun, you in drawdown. You get what I'm saying? So that's textbook. Hey, it looks like it's a bullish flag a bearish flag forming. You know what I mean? A bearish flag is a pattern like there's the flag pole and then there's the little flag pattern. So usually they just continue to the downside. That's textbook, but it doesn't have to. A lot of times it does though, but it doesn't have to. I'm not going to get into a sell until it breaks it. But you get what I'm saying? I'm trying to show you how I look at trading the London session. This is the stuff that I look for. You feel me? And I'm trying to help you guys become profitable traders so you can get your time freedom back and start empowering people around you. So you must know this information. All right, now it's YouTube. I only got a few minutes left. So, you know what I mean? Stick with me. Listen to me closely, all right? Now, look at this. Now, that was the trend breaking, and then this was the continuation because of the pattern. But we're going to wait and see. Now, another thing you can do, I kind of showed you real quick, it was that Fibonacci. So the Fibonacci is going to show you, like, it's a retracement tool. It's where is price pulling back to so it can continue going up. So for an example, you got this little head and shoulder pattern right here. You see the little head and cut the head off. You got the shoulder right here. So check this out. this was a trend line. Okay, it's kind of sloppy, but this was a trend line. Price respecting, make a lower low, lower low. Okay, and it broke the trend line. Reversal. Remember I just showed you that? But now you have to be able to switch thinking and say, oh, now that it broke the trend line, now we may be looking for trend continuation now. So what tool do I use now? It's not the trend line anymore. It's the Fibonacci. So you go from your low point and you let the market move and move and move, and then you get a high point. All right? So you got a low point, a high point. How do I know I got this high point now? This is a high point. But before price got up here, this was the high point. This was the previous high point. Now this is the high point. Now this is the high point. It just keep making higher highs. You just got to flow with it in real time. So let's replay it right quick. Let's replay it. Boom. Okay. This is nothing, right? This is nothing because price has not broken the trend line. Okay. So this little piece is nothing because we want price to at least break the trend line. Now we broke the trend line. So now we can delete this trend line and start looking for highs so we can use the Fibonacci. So now it looks like it's pulling back. So we want to go from the low point. You can go to the body. You can go to the wick, right? Try both. See which one is hitting on that golden zone and you stick with it. So here we go. So price can come down to this golden zone, and if price doesn't go to the golden zone, it will stop at the 38.2. Like, this is your area right here. I want price to come to the golden zone. Why is that? Because the stop loss will be shorter because you're getting in down here. If price goes to the 38.2 and doesn't come down to the golden zone, well, then a lot of times you would just miss that trade. But I got a way for you not to miss it. One of the problems was in the past was that I would not wait patient enough for price to come down to this golden zone. I wouldn't wait patient enough. So I would jump in, price get down to the golden zone, I'm in like 20, 30 pip drawdown. Because I'm trading a volatile pair during like, you know, the best time ever, which is London. So I've learned to just say, hey, if price doesn't come to my golden zone, I'm not interested. Once you can understand that type of mindset, you become a powerful trader because you're not desperate anymore for money or for pips. You trade out of abundance. You know that there will be another trade because you trade out of abundance. The way that you trade, it comes. It's not just a one-time thing. You know you got the skill set to get this again. So, but if it doesn't come down to the golden zone, just drop down to the lower time frame, which is a 15 is good, and you pull out a trend line, and if it doesn't go to the golden zone and it stops at the 38.2, once it break that trend line, then you can enter it in. All right, so you heard it from me. Let's go back to this hour chart right quick, and then we'll wrap up the video. So remember, so far we learned when price reverses, we using the trend line, but for continuation, we using the Fibonacci. Okay, so golden zone it is, and then you can either enter. You got to have a strategy that you use. I got plenty of them on my channel. Check out my videos, entry strategies or whatever like that. Or you can just come to Trend Trading Academy, and we can, like, you can literally ask me questions, detailed questions, and I will give you the answers you need. All right, I got you. All right, but you can try to time it around that trend line. You got to get good at it, and you got to be fast at it. And also, you can just take an entry here on a golden zone. Once you see it holding, you can do like candlestick patterns. So whatever you like. All right, but anyways, you can see price holding at this golden zone. That's for your continuation. And so that's what I'm looking for. So now this happened later on in the day. Okay, this happened, 12 o'clock, it broke through and it pulled back at around 11, and now you're trading into New York. All right, so it happened during London. let's open up New York. All right, it's pulling back during the crossover, and it continued on up. So that's why it's good to see the next session that's after the one you're trading, so you can kind of back test both and see how price maneuvers. Does it just do a totally opposite thing during the next session following up the one you're trading, or does it flow well? And a lot of times it will flow well. Like, if it breaks through, you good either way, because you're not trading with a bias. If it would have broke this golden zone, I would have sold, because this golden zone was a money area. All right. So anyways, I don't want to complicate you, but I just want to keep this simple. When you're trading London, you want to trade, basically you want to come to the chart, like for me it's Eastern time, 12 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. Even though the market opens up at 3, I still want to show up at 12 and have my stuff marked up and ready to go, because a lot of times at 1 o'clock you will catch a move. And also you want to trade reversals or trend continuations. And just rewind this video if you want to know what tool to use. If you don't remember, rewind this video, watch this video, because I gave you some knowledge and some gems in this video. All right, it's going to be powerful. Watch this video, study it, master it, and so you can be ready to trade London session. All right, hey, don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe, and let's make this money, baby.